Somebody say disaster in the comment section. Senegal is in trouble. Yes, you heard me right. Senegal is in big, big trouble because of the actions they took during the Morocco-Senegal final match. FIFA is considering banning Senegal from football. See, this one is not them say, them say, them say. Crazy things are happening. Crazy things are happening. Yes. Morocco took FIFA and CAF to court. It's that bad. And it did not end there. FIFA has suspended Senegal's coach. It still did not end there. They are set to fine Senegal thousands of US dollars. I even heard that the fine might even be bigger than their AFCON prize money. Senegal is in problem. There are even unconfirmed rumors that FIFA is, trying to exchange Senegal with Nigeria, meaning if Senegal is disqualified, Nigeria will automatically qualify alongside DR Congo. Guys, CAF said it's going to be sanctioning players that had altercations with referee all throughout the AFCON. You all know Osimhen was part of the players that, kind of gave some warning to that Ghanaian referee. Guys, I want you to watch people's reactions. How will Senegal come out of this mess? Do you think Senegal did wrong by walking out of the pitch? Or do you think you just have to take what is yours by fire, by force? Let's watch people's reactions. How are people reacting to it? And then we come back.
According to reports, FIFA could ban Senegal from going to the World Cup. Hey. What did Senegal do, please? What did Senegal do? Did Senegal steal somebody's foul? What did Senegal do? Did they steal African Cup of Nations? What is this, shenanigans all about? What is their offense? This is so unfair. And to think that this is coming out everywhere. What did they do? You have suspended their coach. CAF is planning to dish out extra punishment. Morocco have said they will take them to court. FIFA is saying they might not be able to go to the World Cup. What did they do? What did they do? What did they do? Is it the birthright of Morocco to win the AFCON? What is this? We have seen a situation where there is even fight in Copa America, even in final, in semi-final. We've not seen this level of interference or level of action. What did Senegal do? That is the question, because this is now looking like it's something else. There's something else at play here that we don't know. But time will tell and everything will unravel. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let's go.
Why is it that whenever one door closes for us to go to the World Cup, another miraculous door will just open? Another door from nowhere will just open. Now, this is a conspiracy theory. It is not confirmed, but just listen to me. So right now, there's a report that Senegal could be banned from going to the World Cup because of what they did in the finals against Morocco, threatening to leave the pitch and, bullying Morocco into missing a penalty, according to the narrative that Senegal, their actions cost Brahim Diaz to miss the penalty, and in turn, they ended up winning the AFCON. And those actions must be sanctioned. And one of the sanctions that they can get from FIFA is that they might not be allowed to go to the World Cup. Now, what does that mean? That means that another window has been opened for Nigeria to go to the World Cup. Mind you, DR Congo is currently going to play playoffs, to go to the World Cup. They are going to play the final phase of the playoffs to go to the World Cup. But you also have to remember that Nigeria played DR Congo in the final of the playoff, the African playoff, before, DR Congo now progressed to the other playoff, the intercontinental playoff. Now, mind you, if they are going to remove one African team, it means that they have to replace that African team with another African team. And which African team will be best to use to replace Senegal that has just gone out of the World Cup? That is, if they are going to go out of the World Cup. Other than Nigeria, who, finished runner-up in the playoffs. So if DR Congo qualifies from the intercontinental playoff, it means that there might be a window of opportunity for Nigeria to take Senegal's spot. So are we going to be praying now so that, Senegal can be disqualified so that we can go to the World Cup? I'm just saying, Sha, it's just a conspiracy theory. But I don't think it would be fair for FIFA to take Senegal out of the World Cup. I think Senegal's actions were not the best, but they had to do what they had to do, right? You have to fight injustice. And I believe that what Senegal did was showing a fight for injustice. You ruled out their goal, which was a legal goal, and you gave a penalty, which was a legal penalty also, but you gave a penalty to help Morocco win the tournament after ruling out their goal. Had it been their goal was not ruled out, and Senegal acted like that when that penalty was given, then I can say yes, FIFA should give them sanction. Senegal acted out of order. But the fact that their goal was ruled out, then you now give a penalty. I think what they did was fighting for justice, and that should not be sanctioned. But let's see what FIFA will do at the end of the day.
Imagine threatening to take legal action when you lost the AFCON, even though you got a controversial penalty to win the AFCON and you got a decision down the other end of the pitch that went your way too. Well, Morocco wants to take legal action because Brahim Diaz, he had to wait 17 minutes before taking the penalty because Senegal players left the pitch yesterday after that shocking decision. But I can't lie, you had a captain Morocco who literally threw a towel into the stands in the game before that. And you had your ball boys, your members of staff, your substitutes, the stewards, the security guards, all lobbing towels of the opposition keepers into the stands as well to give them that unfair edge. I just think this statement's a bit rich, I can't lie.
Breaking news, Morocco has announced that they're going to take legal action against CAF and FIFA. Let me drink water. This entitled Moroccans, they feel too entitled. You know, you bribe your way against Tanzania, you rob Cameroon, you rob Nigeria, and you lose the final. Still, you are not satisfied. This is the level of entitlement we are talking about. See, Morocco should even have their own AFCON, so they can just win their own AFCON. Because this is rubbish now. This is nonsense. This referee have been helping you throughout the knockout stage. You just feel so entitled. You should win AFCON. Imagine a disrespect.
I just checked online and I saw that CAF have sanctioned the Senegal coach. He has been sanctioned. I hope that this sanction will not end just on him. They are also going to sanction that player that was standing and trying to stop a towel, that was trying to stop the other Senegal player from giving towel to his own goalkeeper. I hope they are going to sanction that guy too. I hope they are going to sanction all the ball boys. I hope they are going to sanction everybody that in this match or in the matches before now we are there to cause havoc and interruption, because the towel is a normal thing. It's a rule. It's part of football. But these guys, even this one where they follow this thing, where they follow player, they start, they look up. That one where that Morocco player where they play for whether na Olympiacos or where in the play safe, one league like that, one team like that, he was disrupting everything. I don't forget that player name, but I'm not saying they play Champions League. He was disrupting everything. He was standing there and trying to force the third choice goalkeeper not to give Mendy the towel. Oh, they're going to sanction that guy too, because what he did was against the rules. The towel is supposed to be used. How will you, a player, come there and be trying to stop the player from giving his goalkeeper towel? And the ball boys are assaulting a professional player. Ball boys and everybody, they drag, they try to comot the professional players. They try to, force them to give them their this thing, to collect the towel from them. The whole thing was embarrassing. The whole thing was not good. The whole thing was not something that you should look or overlook. So as in the sanction, make sure you sanction everything. And I saw the news that Morocco won fair play award. Not lie, it is not possible. It is not possible. It is not possible. If anybody go win that fair play award, it will be Nigeria. How many matches will get you look at number one? How many matches will fight? If Nigeria no win fair play award, another people who supposed to win that fair play award na Egypt, because them they said that they okay. You understand? So there's no way Morocco supposed to win fair play award. Since from last year, where women win a Nations Cup, instead of to carry the coach of the year, give Nigerian coach a winner, they carry and go give Morocco coach. Almost everything that they carry and they give Morocco. If to say now Morocco win that tournament now by Henia, now they are for him player of the tournament. Straight up. straight up. So it's not be like all the award they have been doing, they have been taking it and be giving to Morocco. As you don't do that and finish, no problem. Make sure that you sanction everybody accordingly. No spare the Morocco people because their own too, their body. Sanction everybody too.
So they say CAF has suspended the Senegalese coach, Papa Tau. I've been a Papa Tau, what to be that in them, for their action yesterday. Bros, no worry, take your suspension. Leave them. It was all a grand plan. Leave them, take your suspension. I supported what you did. That action yesterday, it passed a message. Let CAF, the world, know that what CAF and the officiating, what they are doing is wrong. I supported what you did. The players walking out of the field is not right, but is justified for what CAF was doing. Do you know that? Let me tell you one thing. The people of Senegal, you need to celebrate your coach. Celebrate it. Do you know that if they have taken that penalty that first time, if they had taken the penalty, they would have scored the penalty, and that would have been the end. That would have been the end. Morocco would have won the tournament. But that demonstration, walking out of the pitch and order, puts Morocco tension, pressure, put CAF, put of the officiating, all of them were put in high tension. It opened everybody's eye to the war, to the disgrace of what the officiating was. A very good tournament that they were organizing very well. You want to use officiating to scatter it because Morocco must win at all cost. People of Senegal, celebrate your coach. Take your suspension. Leave them. It was good that, yes, Mane has to step in, call them back. Because if you guys has gone totally, that would have been worse. They would have, awarded the game to Morocco and still suspend Senegal for like some Nations Cup. But they came back before the regulated time. Still missed the penalty. Who even know whether that CAF even call them, say go and tell them, look, you guys, you give away the penalty. Coach, take your suspension. You passed a message yesterday. Good one.
You cannot make this shit up. Senegal coach have been suspended by CAF simply because he protested. The moment you challenge the system, that corrupt CAF system, guess what is going to happen? They're going to suspend you. Have you seen any bad suspension on any of the officiating in this tournament? Have you seen they suspend any of the referee? No, but they encourage bad officiating. So the moment you protest or speak against the officiating, now you get suspended because CAF is a puppet to Morocco. They are puppet to Morocco. So this is ridiculous, and this is why African football is not moving forward when we're trying to make it move forward. Disgraceful by CAF. You cannot suspend the two corrupt referees, but you're suspending Senegal coach. Make it make sense.
You're welcome to my channel. I'm Delicious Army. Here I talk about Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, and all the good stuff relating to them. Kindly like the video and subscribe to the channel, guys. I really don't know what to say in this video. This reaction video is one of those videos that I'm left speechless. Like, I really do not want to blame Senegal for leaving the pitch, because had it been they did not leave that pitch, they would have lost this year's AFCON. But now, the consequences of leaving the pitch is crawling in. And the consequences are not looking good at all. They are not looking nice. They are not looking funny. Things are happening. Things are happening, guys. I don't know how Senegal will come out of this, but things are not looking so good for the Senegalese national team. You all know Senegal is supposed to go for Worldcup and the rest. But with the way the sanctions are coming in, I don't know if they will be allowed to go for this year's World Cup. I don't know why CAF will allow things escalate before taking actions. When the Senegalese goal was declared an offside, why did the referee not check the VAR to be sure that goal was an offside. He just immediately called the goal offside, which, if you were a football analyst, if you go back to check that goal, you will know it was not an offside. That was a pure goal, but it was declared an offside. It was not up to 2 minutes you declared a pure goal offside. You then gave the Moroccan team a penalty few minutes to the game ending. If Morocco had scored that penalty, that was it. It was just like you robbed me of my goal and then you're giving my opponent a chance to score. Immediately that rough shot was played by that Senegalese team, I saw how the referee ran to check the VAR, although one Moroccan player was pressuring him to check the VAR. He checked the VAR and discovered that it was, a penalty. That was a true penalty, yes. I won't come here and lie. But I'm like, why didn't you apply that same energy when Senegal scored their first goal? I really don't know. I really wish Senegal do not go through sanctions, because I love the fact they stood up for themselves in that game. Yes, had it been Senegal did not display what they displayed in that pitch, trust me, they had already lost this AFCON, because Ibrahim would have scored that penalty. He would not have missed it for any reason, and Senegal would have come home without the cup after all the effort they have put into this year's AFCON. Go and check the goal possession. Senegal had more goal possessions, so meaning Senegal dominated that match. I don't know why we are doing this to African football. I don't know why we are doing this to ourselves. I don't know why. This year's AFCON has to be the most interesting AFCON I've watched, but with these sanctions coming in left, right, and center, it might end up being the worst. Well, please feel free to drop your own opinions in the comment section. I'm Delicious Army. Here I talk Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, and all the good stuff relating to them. Kindly like the video and subscribe to the channel.